They're definitely one of the most amazing success stories when it comes to whiskey. If you look at, they were buying MGP barrels, and then MGP bought their
Right.
barrels back at like
Right.
a 10x
Right.
premium.
So what's this writing you've got here on this bottle where you got
Oh,
question mark Rio? Like what?
so I could never find Rio.
Okay.
I looked everywhere for it when I lived in Connecticut,
Okay.
and eventually just decided to make my own. So you can buy Amberana wood chips,
Okay.
and I put Amberana chips in it and some honey, and let it age, and basically made my own Rio.
Made your own Rio.
Yeah, and I think it's better. I don't think it's quite as cloyingly sweet as the Rio is.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me.
Hey guys, guess what? Today we're gonna do another home hunt. But it's not my home, it's my friend Pat. He goes by the name Weird Whiskey on the Discord. So what does he have in there? I'm so excited to come find out. We're having a bottle share today, so I came over a little bit early to get in to Pat's Whiskey to see what kind of cool bottles and stuff he's got, hear about it. He's also happens to be a Pursuit ambassador, so maybe we're gonna see some cool Pursuit today. We're hanging out in Cypress, Texas. Glad you're here. Let's go hunt Pat's home, whether he likes it or not. Let's go. I've shown up at Patrick's, towing my famous whiskey wagon. Let's take your shoes off when you go in, so I don't know if the wagon's gonna be allowed in, but maybe the whiskey will. Peace.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good.
All right, guys, Pat actually let me into the house, which that's step one. He let me in.
Yeah, it
So-
was dicey.
Was a little dicey, but we're in the house. We made it into his whiskey room, and we're gonna let him take us through here and show us kind of what's he got. Pat, what's your name on the Discord?
So Weird Whiskey is the name. So this is Casa de Weird Whiskey.
So
Let's take a look.
Let's see how much weird whiskey we've got. All right, so take us through here, Pat.
Okay, so I do have a little bit of logic to the chaos in the whiskey room. Kind of if like starting from left all the way to right. Over here I've got the bigger distilleries. So this is kind of like the big six and everything. Heaven Hill is probably my number one favorite when it comes to the big guys.
I see some Parkers hanging out. In the
Yeah,
back
that's one of the few unicorn bottles. I don't have a ton of crazy like unicorn stuff, but
I see you're into some Elijah Craigs over here.
I do. I've got a single barrel from Specs. This was the toasted one.
Nice.
These are just the toasted rye and toasted barrel, but there's a special one back there that I'm saving. If you want to take a little peek.
Yeah, what we got back here?
I don't know if you can see it down there.
Yeah. Oh, we got a C923.
Yeah, so when I lived in Connecticut, I lucked out and scored two. The first one did not last very long, so that one got bunkered.
Okay.
It's going to be a while before I open it, but in any case.
So, but also just I brought today the B525. Have you had the B5?
No, I have not, and I've heard it's the best one since.
So I don't know how much of that C923 you're saving, but you could do a side by side today.
Okay, we'll talk. No promises.
All right. So what else we getting here? We've got your Heaven Hill. It's one of your
so the Heaven
favorites.
Hill here.
Yeah.
The Tater shelf. The Buffalo Trace shelf is next to it. Got a couple store picks.
Okay.
Of course, who doesn't love Eagle
A
Rare
good
10?
Eagle Rare store pick.
Got the 12, some E.H. Taylor, a little bit of Stag, and those are the open wellers. And then up on
What's
top.
this? I see something kind of cool down here. What is this right here, Pat? This.
Oh.
What are we talking about here? Here, this is.
Yeah, there was doing some advent calendar stuff. There were a couple of them. There's
Okay.
an Eagle Rare too.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't need to open them from the advent, and it's just a cute. little
Okay,
thing
so
to
the
keep up there.
extra. All right. So the Tater shelf. We got some Stags. What's your favorite batch of Stag you've had?
Actually, that's the only Stag I've had open.
Oh, okay. So you've got your. Oh, this is a store pick from
Yes,
Specs. All
I
right.
did get to try the legendary batch. I think it was 15 was the one of the crazy ones.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. And I don't know that it'll ever beat it, but
I do see you've got over here too some of the Weller family, and you didn't chase a single barrel, so you're a big fan of. I mean,
I do have one.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
if you zoom out and
All right.
look up, my rainbow is almost complete. I still need the CYPB.
You got tater on tater.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look, there's a 1 liter Weller 12 back there. I've got every size of Weller Special Reserve except for the flask size because that's hard to find.
What's your favorite Weller?
Antique.
Antique?
Antique, yeah. I think the proof is the right proof for it.
Yeah.
Full proof is great. Don't get me wrong. That's probably second best. And I like 12 if I'm into something lower proof that has some oaky chew to it. But 107, I think, is just the perfect.
A lot of us got started in the whiskey journey with the Weller family. Was that you too? Is that where it all started, or did you? No. Where did you start?
So I started with Scotch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I was it's about 10 years ago now.
So we've got some Scotches up here. Is that
I do. So about 10 years ago, I wanted to get into a hobby, something that I could, spend some time with, really dig into, and whiskey kind of fit the mold. So I got into single malt Scotch. So I've got everything, this is now all that it was, but back when I started, there was very little American whiskey, and now if you take a look across, it's mostly bourbon and rye. I still like my Scotch. I like the peaty stuff. This is probably one of my favorites. This was a travel exclusive.
Okay.
So Lafroig is one of those heavy peat monsters, and it's PX sherry cask finish. So there's a nice, huge sweet note that's on this one.
Nice.
If you don't like peat, don't go for it. But it's that's a fantastic one.
I'm finding as I get deeper in my whiskey journey, I'm liking stuff with like a sherry, like that PX from Penelope. That was like I really enjoy that. How would you compare something like Scotch that's got like a sherry finish versus a bourbon that has a sherry finish?
Everything bourbon is typically sweeter because it's corn.
Yeah, sure.
If you like single malt and you like that maltiness, take the peat out of it because that's very hit or miss. You either love it or you hate it. Anything that is wine finished, sherry just lends itself to malts, single malts, really well. I think with bourbon it can be too sweet because you already have sweet bourbon with sweeter wine. Derringer at Rabbit Hole is one of those. It's like a dessert.
Okay, where's that one at?
So when I first started getting into bourbon and I was looking for sweet things, so Rabbit Hole is a little bit more on the like boutique-y, bougie side.
I would tell you, with that many medals, I mean, even though they're paper medals, I mean, look at all the medals.
You tell I've gone through a few bottles of them.
Oh, so you kept the medals?
Yeah.
Oh, so this one bottle didn't win all those medals?
No. This is 4 or 5 bottles worth.
I thought that was like, the
this one bottle was the king of all kings.
The Phelps of whiskey is what I thought that was. No?
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right.
So Derringer is one of those. It's bourbon. It's finished in PX sherry, and it is dessert. It's very, very sweet. I've kind of grown out of it a little bit just because it is kind of overly sweet. You find less sweet when it comes to malts. The other big thing is bourbon is usually new charred oak first, where Scotch you don't have to.
Yeah.
So like this one is just a Kirkland.
Okay.
But 17 years, and it's all 17 years in sherry casks. So there's no new charred oak, and a ton of the flavor comes from the wood.
Isn't it like a Costco brand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The Costco stuff is actually not bad.
Really? Okay. Would never have thought that.
Yeah. Well, in Texas, you don't get the Kirkland stuff.
Okay.
Because they're all WBs.
Gotcha. So the Kirkland brand had never come to...
Yeah, if you get to a state where there is a Costco actual liquor store and they carry the Costco Kirkland brand, the stuff's not bad. It's usually inexpensive. Now, you're not going to get your socks knocked off. But
now, you recently you went to KBF, right?
I did.
And so I see some stuff over there, I think, that may have come from KBF, right?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
All right, so what'd you land there?
All right, so this was the gift bottle for VIPs.
Ooh.
So Angel's Envy. It's just a single barrel of their port finished. I did get to try it, and I thought it was really good. I'm not a huge Angel's Envy fan, but they make good whiskey. It's just another one of those, like, do you like finished stuff? They're definitely up there. The Bardstown Ferrand came also from the Kentucky Festival.
Yeah. And you've gotten into, you've got your Bardstown Weeder right there next to it?
Yes, great one. And then, I know we'll talk about Pursuit later, but this was the podcast, Bourbon Pursuit, actually did a Bardstown collab before they did the Pursuit series stuff.
That's cool.
And it's fantastic. This came also... So they did one weeded barrel cask strength bourbon. If you do this down on Whiskey Row, it's their normal rye mash bill bourbon.
Okay.
So this was the 1 barrel of cask strength weeded bourbon that they did. They did it in the decanter for KBF, so I don't know if I'm going to open that anytime soon.
That's one of those collector items.
Yeah.
I'm just learning too that like a lot of the Green River stuff is used in a lot of different places. Like I didn't realize how much Green River got out and about in terms of
Green River was huge contract distill company, and they're part of the Bardstown family. I can't remember what the name of Green River was before it was Green River, but basically, if you know, Owensboro, where it is, was a big contract distiller, and they still are. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites that I brought back from the KBF is a Silk Velvet.
Oh, yeah.
I know we haven't made it, so bigger stuff is over there.
Yeah.
Some specific distilleries and spots have their own little shelf, and then this side is more like the craft side.
Okay.
So Silk Velvet, these are Green River barrels. Jacob Call was a distiller at Green River, and all of the barrels that are in Silk Velvet are ones that he distilled. So they're Green River adjacent, kind of, and I know they're kind of doing their own thing now. But
those just dropped on Sealbox.
Yes.
So I was lucky enough to grab one of those. Then, because based upon your,
I really, really enjoyed them. Out of all the craft whiskey I had, they were definitely up there with the best of KBF.
So would you say, like KBF, you were ranking it like you know, Silk Velvet being up there? What were the other like real standouts, like the ones that you would say?
Let's see, Peerless. I'm a big Peerless fan anyway. But what they brought was killer. I did come home with 2 bottles from Peerless over there.
Were those the distillery only type stuff, or were they?
Yeah, so they had. I've got them. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Let's check them out.
So this was the KBF exclusive.
Oh, nice.
So this one is called the Peerless Malt Cup.
Is anybody doing better marketing than?
I don't know. I mean, look at this one.
Like
orange cream soda.
Oh my goodness! So I brought 2 today to the share.
You bought the blueberry one, right?
I brought the blueberry and also brought the cigar bar.
Okay,
so.
I've heard good things about the cigar bar.
Oh, and what's this one? Is that a mojito?
Yeah, honeydew mojito. So I've had this one.
Ay.
When we drove moving from Connecticut to Texas, I stopped in and grabbed that.
Nice.
So we did stop in Kentucky on the way and spent an extra day or 2.
Yeah. So apparently, April 22nd.
Okay.
Peerless is going to drop their 10-year bourbon.
Oh, no kidding.
So that may be a trip we have to make.
Okay.
We may have to figure that out.
Yeah.
10-year bourbon at Peerless. Heard it here. All right. So what else we got here?
Okay. So we'll start. There's a couple little like unique spots like up there over on the top left is some of the more interesting higher end bottles that don't see a lot of action. That Signet's not open. That's a celebration bottle that I'm waiting for. That's a 40-year-old Glenfarclas. When I got into whiskey and was thinking about things that I'd like to do as far as bucket list, I wanted to drink something that was older than I was. So a couple years ago, I went and grabbed that bottle, and it is an interesting pour, that's for sure.
I got bad news for you. That's still not older than me. I'm just going to tell you like that. We got to keep working on the age.
I got another couple months before I'm the same age as it. So.
Okay, all right, okay.
Highland Park below that was one of the first distilleries I kind of got stuck on. You'll see that there's certain distilleries I kind of just like glob onto. There's some good Highland Park up there. That one Dark Origins is a double sherry finished, no peat or well, I think there's maybe a little bit of peat because they're kind of peated, not heavy peat.
And what's that cool weapon over there that like?
So I won a it's an ice pick. I'll grab it and bring it down.
Somebody gets hurt tonight. Playing with the ice pick.
So the ice pick came from Highland Park. I won some Christmas thing that they did, and I've never used it, and it's made in Japan. It looks like, but it's pretty sweet.
That is sweet. So nobody's getting hurt with the ice pick.
No. In fact,
I know that
who shows up, I may have to hide it.
You're fairly new to Houston. We don't get a lot of ice.
Yeah.
So you're good. I don't think you're gonna have to pick your way out of any ice problems.
I did move with like the whole like brush and ice chipper and everything like that, and I'm like, this is useless.
I can't help but notice too from my friend Mac here, who I know will watch this back. You got some Chattanooga love going on here.
Oh yeah. Chattanooga
deep into
is
the
definitely up
Chattanooga.
there as far as...
What's drawing you to the Chattanooga brand?
I don't know if it's, getting my start with single malts and the fact that they're high malt. So the second highest grain that they use is usually malt, where most other distilleries it's rye or wheat. So they're I love what they do. I love that they take chances. All the experimental stuff that they do, that they're kind of one-offs at their experimental distillery. They do weird grains and weird things with the grains. Finishes are good. Even just their shelfers, the 91 proof and the 111 proof are fantastic.
Have you had Max 21090 pick?
I have not, but
Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
It was just given to me, and this is definitely getting opened
Uh-oh. Hey, this guy knows Chattanooga, Mac. Look out. Look out.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited too.
So next to the Chattanooga is all the Pursuit.
Okay, so Pursuit. How did you... I know that, you're a brand ambassador here. You do some tastings a month, but what was it that drew you into wanting to do that? And I love the brand, but I'm just curious to get your thoughts on what drew you to the Pursuit guys?
Yeah, so I was a big fan of the podcast. When I lived in Connecticut, it was one of the whiskey things that, kept my interest. The podcast was great. They weren't distributed in Connecticut, still aren't. So I was buying it off seal box and getting it shipped in, and was a fan of the whiskey and a fan of the podcast. And I knew that they would still put out calls for ambassadors in certain areas. So I had even, when I lived in Connecticut, sent an email and got a response from Kenny. It was like, if you guys ever get distributed, I want to do it. Because I'm going to annoy people talking about whiskey anyway. So I might as well be able to do it with a brand that I enjoy. And get to take home the bottles for the tasting.
You're in luck. A lot of people that watch us are whiskey nerds.
Yes.
So I don't think you're going to annoy anybody on this one. And also, we're so small, hardly anybody's going to see this. So it's awesome.
That's good, because I know I'm not good on camera.
No, you're doing great.
I say a lot, but...
You know who is good in camera down here? Right here.
Yeah, that's Rutledge.
Look at Rutledge.
It's a good boy.
Good boy. Yeah. Okay. He says, Dad, just finish what you're doing. All right. Okay. All right.
All right. So I am a Pursuit ambassador. I was a fan of the podcast, and I know the story really well just from listening to them talk and absorbing all their stuff. And
what's the best Pursuit bottle up there in your lineup?
Oh, that's a tough one. I know you want me to say your liquor zone pick. It's definitely it's hard.
That was not my intention. Just so everybody knows, that was not a set. Mac is going to make fun of me with this. That was not a setup. I was genuinely didn't even remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll be honest.
All right.
It's definitely up there.
Okay, all right.
It's a fantastic pick. You really can't go wrong with anything they do with the rye. That KBF rye is the double oak rye that I came home.
Okay.
And that's probably my favorite.
Point that one out for me.
So right next to yours.
Okay, in the new bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So out of everything that they do, as much as I like the bourbons, and if you take the double oak out of it, since those are kind of special, I think the rye is where the Pursuit stuff really shines.
How do you like the Cognac cask rye?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's absolutely killer. And if you weren't part of P Club, you're never going to get it. They may do another version of it at some point, but I'm pretty sure it's basically gone. They did bring it to KBF. I got that out of the gift shop down on Whiskey Row, which you guys have to go if you go to Kentucky. The spot's unbelievable. The drinks down at the bar, trial and error, are fantastic. And the experiences there are great.
Okay.
So
we got to get to Whiskey Row. We got to get there.
Yes,
Do
absolutely.
they do anything special? Like if you're an ambassador and you go into Whiskey Row, do they do they greet you?
I get like a free sticker or something.
Oh, free sticker. I thought maybe you guys have your own little private bathroom, like a golden toilet.
No, nothing like I got to kind of walk around like I own the place, which was nice.
Cool.
So I got to open doors I shouldn't and everything.
Cool.
And did I pulled out my ambassador card.
Say, hey, I'm a bastard.
Yes, exactly. But
cool.
I had to introduce myself because there's so many ambassadors. They don't know who's
They don't know who did. Okay.
But yeah, it was a blast.
So over here, Pat, it looks like my old girlfriend Penelope. You've got quite a few expressions of her.
I do. Penelope, when I was getting into bourbon, they were starting to get big, and I kind of globbed onto them. They have a lot of really interesting stuff. Yeah, I know it's all sourced and everything, and then they're definitely one of the most amazing success stories when it comes to whiskey. If you look at, they were buying MGP barrels, and then MGP bought their barrels back at like a 10x premium.
So what's this writing you've got here on this bottle where you got question mark Rio? Like
I could never find Rio.
Okay.
I looked everywhere for it when I lived in Connecticut,
and
eventually just decided to make my own. So you can buy Amberana wood chips.
Okay.
And I put Amberana chips in it and some honey and let it age, and basically made my own Rio.
Made your own Rio.
Yeah, and I think it's better. I don't think it's quite as cloyingly sweet as the Rio is.
Man, all right, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I've done that with a couple things because Amberana is hit or miss for people. I like it.
So you even wrote the recipe here on the bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 grams of chips, 1 ounce of honey.
Are we giving away any secrets here?
No.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. 5 grams of chips, 1 ounce honey.
Yeah.
And then cigar question mark.
Yeah, because, mostly because, like, the Starlight ones call them cigar batch.
Okay.
So if you look at the Starlight ones, they're Amberana are all cigar batch ones.
Okay.
So I only go for these when I'm in the mood to drink something that doesn't taste like whiskey.
Okay.
To me, Amberana takes over the flavor so much that you can't really... I don't really call it bourbon or rye or anything like that anymore because the flavors aren't there. It's just so overpowering. But I've done a few experiments with it. I still have a bunch of chips, and I haven't done it in a while. But Wild Turkey 101 actually turned out really good.
Oh, you did an experiment with that?
Yeah, I bought 2 bottles, and I aged one with the chips and everything like that, and it actually turned out really good. But the trick is, like, taste it every day, and it will go too far very quickly.
Okay.
So you have to really keep an eye on it.
Okay. All right. So what else? What are we missing? What are we not seeing that you want to show us?
So kind of these bottom 3 spots over here.
Okay.
And maybe this top one over here. This is like I said, this is kind of the craft side of everything.
Yeah.
We travel a lot, so we kind of like if we go to a state and I try finding something that I can do. So like back there, Amalga, that's from Alaska. Next to it is Connecticut. Next to that is Iowa. Next to that is Maine. This is in the back row.
Yeah.
Then there's New York. Then, of course, we've got Missouri, North Carolina, Louisiana, more Connecticut. Over here you get Ohio, New York. There's South Carolina.
Yeah, he's just trying to hit all the states.
Fun things, like even if the whiskey is not the most amazing thing, like you get to try a little bit of that state and what they've got going on. I mean, didn't talk about it too much, but Chattanooga and Frey Ranch and Peerless.
So I noticed you've got a few Freys here. We're gonna try the Liquor Zone store pick today. You haven't tried that one yet.
I have not tried it yet.
Have you ever had? I think you told me you have. You've had the Harvester series before.
Yes, I got to try. I still don't know how I got so lucky, but I got to try the first harvest. I guess they're calling because the second one's the second harvest. That's probably my favorite pour that I've had this year.
Oh.
It just kind of had this like vanilla buttercream. It was chewy. It was super it was a luxurious pour, which I know was a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic. If you're already a Frey Ranch fan, you're gonna like it, and the nose knows. So
right.
Nancy
Freely. All trust in Nancy.
All trust in Nancy.
All right. So we've got and over here you've got a couple of rare characters.
The non-rare characters.
Non-rare. It is hard to be rare when you put out.
I mean, both of those bottles are great. At $100, and they go up from there. They're usually not.
I noticed you found that you got these at Cypress Wine and Liquor. Have you found a good home store here? Would you say that?
That's probably Alex is a great store owner. He takes really good care of the customers there. He's got a good pick team. I met a couple of the guys that do a lot of the picks there. He did one of the first double oak bourbons last year, and that barrel sold out in about 36 hours.
Oh, wow.
So he's got a lot of people up here. He moves good bottles, and he gets interesting stuff. So, Specs is a fun place to go because it's, they got everything. But that's probably what I would consider Cypress Wine and Liquor to be my
All right, y'all heard it here, y'all. Cypress Wine and Liquor. Check out their store picks. Always looking for good store picks. So the very top right up here, kind of some interesting stuff going on up there.
Yeah, that's the non-whiskey category. So
okay.
I've got Bacta, which is rye, Calvados, and Armagnac.
Ooh.
That one came in a bundle, and I wasn't really interested in it, but it's actually
Have you had the Murray Hill Special Reserve yet?
No, I have not.
Ooh, brought that one. It's like finished in Calvados, so you have to try that a little bit.
Yeah, Chartreuse is one of those, like, they're hard to find. The story's, really interesting because it's the Cartesian monks that make it. They get more rare, I guess, because they're toning down how much they make. And I don't know, it's a really interesting drink. It's very syrupy and sweet and herbal, and if you've never had it, it's worth trying. It's definitely not whiskey. None of that's really that important. One of the places that we love visiting is the Dominican Republic, and the
Mama Juana.
Yeah, the Mama Juana. That stuff
Okay.
will either make your tummy hurt
Okay.
or heal your
All right, so
tummy.
I do have to tell you, took a trip a couple of Christmases ago to the Dominican Republic, and I got deep into the Mama Juanas.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I
Did you hallucinate?
rode. I think I rode a llama. I'm not sure. There may be video evidence of this. My brother has, but the Mama Juana. If you go to the Dominican Republic, and you shouldn't start drinking it at 7 a.m.
No, that's definitely
That's
not.
the number one piece of advice I'm going to give you here is if you get into the Mama Juana, maybe wait till 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Maybe wait
After
till
breakfast.
There's a breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
After
not a
breakfast.
before breakfast drink. It is 100% not.
These are Taiwan. Kaolang liquor is made from sorghum. It's kind of a whiskey, but it's unaged.
Okay.
We go to Taiwan a lot too, so this is kind of one of their national liquors.
Nice.
It's an interesting drink. There's some Baijiu, which is Chinese. I forget what this one is. This is another sorghum wine, I think.
Okay.
53% alcohol.
Nice.
No slouch. It's definitely interesting stuff, but it's unaged, so it's definitely interesting is probably the best way to say it.
So
And then,
talking
of course, Starlight.
So talking about interesting, like, is there something here that you say, being the weird whiskey guy, like, what's like?
Yeah, so when I say weird whiskey, people think like, oh, it's going to taste funky or anything. Weird to me just means like you're not going to see it everywhere. It's kind of out hidden, hard to find or anything. So one of the things I really like giving to people is the whiskey from Taiwan.
Okay.
So I've got a couple different ones. Kavalan, this one on the left was finished in a Vino Baroque or Barrique. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, sorry, I screw those. How you say things all the time. It's okay. Our channel's used to it.
Yeah, so 2015, it won World Whiskey, best whiskey in the single malt category.
Okay.
And they were doing it at a younger age than all of the single malt scotches that were out there.
Okay.
And very similar to how whiskey in Texas, aging faster isn't quite the way to say it, but the movement in and out of the wood because of the climate and everything, Taiwan has a very similar experience with their whiskey. So where Scotland, you can get, 16, 18, 25, 28-year-old whiskey, and it's not a complete, like, oak disaster.
Yeah.
Taiwan has that kind of similar, like, climate where they get lots of wood impact in a short amount of time.
Okay.
So Kavalan is one of them that I brought back. The last trip, we went to Omar at the Nantau Distillery, and their stuff, I'm a big fan of all of it. For the bourbon drinkers, this one on the right is a virgin oak cask single malt. So it's one of those, like, it's a good lead into something that has some friendly bourbon notes. And the other one is a very heavily wine finished called Black Queen or something like that. And it's very pretty pink bottle. And
Yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, see, now you can officially be the weird whiskey guy. It doesn't mean it tastes bad. It
No.
just means it's a little bit different than.
I would put Chattanooga in that category too because it's a high malt bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's weird because most people aren't doing malt as
Right.
the second flavor again.
Right.
And I'm a big fan of it.
Right.
So
Well, so all this talk about whiskey and this bottle share coming up, we need to have something. We need
Okay.
to have a pour,
All right.
don't we? So what are we gonna have?
all right. Well, we talked about it. Do you want to try some whiskey from Taiwan?
Ooh, do we? Yes, we do. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back.
First thing I want to say, Mac, if you're watching this, look at this fancy ass Glen I got. Look at that. Like, I know this has some kind of special name, right?
I have no idea.
See, we don't know. We don't know. Whiskey's fun. We don't even know what the glass is called, but it's fancy and it's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the little, that's actually the island of Taiwan. I don't know what it says.
Ooh, look at that.
But the little emblem in there is the island.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I haven't said thank you yet, but thank you.
You're welcome, man. I'm
doing
excited
this.
for our bottle share. I'm excited to get brought into the Houston basement dweller and
Hell yeah.
the Hack and Mac universe.
Hell yeah.
So this is, God, how old is it? Distilled in.
It smells like a bourbon.
Yeah, so it's 2015 distilled. So it's a little less than 5 years old. Single malt from Taiwan, and it's
mind if
finished
I
in
go to
virgin
the
oak.
super?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Yeah, so this is cask strength virgin oak. Check this out, guys. Omar. Not to be confused with the popular HBO series, The Wire.
The Wire. Yeah,
No,
different
no,
Omar.
No.
Very
no,
different Omar.
Man, it's got a nice nose. It reminds me a little bit on the nose of Old Forester 1924.
Okay, I could see that.
It's got a little floral aroma on it.
Yep.
Like it's very nice.
Yeah, the virgin oak is one of those, like, I like giving it to bourbon people because it's familiar flavors. The vanilla and caramel are all there,
I got
but
too
the
excited.
malt
I didn't
underneath
cheers
it.
you.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
It's all right. We don't need to do things the right way.
No,
we just gotta have
Hey,
fun
just
while
do
we're doing
fun.
it,
Yeah,
man.
that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. So you said age is about 5 years?
About 5 years, yeah. I think it's like 4 years and a couple months. I don't know. I can't do the time math just by looking at it,
Nah,
so
it's all good.
had to get out the calculator. But yeah. Especially for a younger whiskey too, it's not super grain forward or anything like that, which I think that's why,
It's got some nice barrel impact on it.
yeah.
You can get the barrel. It's it's almost like a French oak, or is it
It just says virgin oak, and I
Virgin
don't
oak,
read
okay.
enough
okay?
or any to
So,
know
so
what it says on the
basically,
back
when
of
we're
it.
talking about, no, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't read Taiwanese, but virgin oak. So a lot of the things that they're doing here probably, if they did this in the United States, it'd be a bourbon because it's very similar in how they approach it.
No, because it's single malt.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's 100%
I
barley.
don't get any malt on this.
So it's 100% barley.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
In fact, everything I've got from Taiwan, all four expressions are all single malts.
Okay.
So it would be an American single malt, and the fact that it's aged in virgin oak as opposed to a used cask or wine cask, it's very much like you would get with like your Westward and a couple of your other American single malts.
Okay.
So
Well, this is great. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm trying not to get into too much of Japanese whiskey. I know this is Taiwanese. I know it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But I see where people's collections just start expanding
Mm-hmm.
because they get into some of those. But this one's nice.
It's like I said, it's a good gateway. I started with Scotch. It's mostly, you can tell, it's all, bourbon and rye for the most part.
Well-
but there's a lot of really interesting whiskey out there in the world. So a lot of weird stuff.
One of the things that, and Mac and I talk about this, when you show someone your home collection, it's like kind of bearing your soul a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just need to say thank you for bearing your soul with us.
You're welcome.
And this experience of letting us hunt Pat's home, the home of weird whiskey. I hope y'all had fun. Whiskey should be fun. I hope this is fun for y'all. We're about to get to our fun, though, and we're going to have a little bottle share.
Yeah.
So cheers, y'all. Peace out. Thank you again, Pat.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout out to Mac.
Shout out to Mac.
You're the man.